What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I hope everyone's having a great day today. So today we are in this Ford Ranger, this Ford Ranger. Let's go. So this thing's actually super cool. It's basically stock except for I think a minor lift in 33s. I go through all the upgrades at the very end of this video, so make sure you stay till the end. I wanted to change up the format for you guys a little bit. So here I was just texting out the suspension. I was trying to flex out the suspension on the ramp just to see what it would look like. It's not a lot of flex, but it's pretty realistic. I always do it frontwards and backwards so you can see it from both angles. And so I can see it from both angles because I want to see it too. So yeah, this thing is pretty good. It actually works really well in the mud. And all the lights work and stuff. And I think it has two engine options. One's a V6 and one's a V8. And obviously I put the V8 in this thing, like who wouldn't? So let's get this thing down the road, and I'm gonna take it on one of the easier trails that I know on this map, which is literally just come out of the garage and you just go straight basically down this road. And then you cross the main road and just right up the mountain. Some cool views too. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you think about the video format, if you like the upgrades in the beginning or at the end. That way I can kind of make it more entertaining for everyone. The only thing I don't like about this truck is that you can't put massive tires on it. So I think this is the same mod creators that do all the rock crawlers and stuff, which maybe they'll do a Ranger rock crawler build, which would be pretty cool. But if you want a vehicle that's a mod to use in the vanilla game, this would be the one, or one of them. And you can put a lot of repair points and fuel in it too, as you can see in the bed. But yeah, considering how it's built and how mildly it's built, it does pretty well. And we're on TNB Trails, by the way. This is basically the map I go to if I want to do some rock crawling or test out some new vehicles. I have a couple other maps downloaded that I'm gonna start checking out and showing some mods on those maps and do some roleplay videos as well. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see some stuff like that. It struggles up some steep stuff. Steep stuff sometimes, but it gets up it. Yeah, right around this corner there's a really cool view that I took some screenshots of. Right here in the shop is right down there. And I also wanted to throw it in neutral and give it a little rev, so I'll be quiet for a minute. Hopefully you guys could hear that. This part was pretty sketchy right here. I almost flipped it because I didn't realize it dropped down into the mud right there. And I didn't want to drive over the edge. But yeah, when you put the lockers on and throw this thing in low, it just crawls through all this stuff. We're like sideways right now. We are sideways. It just eats the mud. And I forgot to see what trailers this thing would tow, so if it does tow any trailers, I'll make a video on that. If you guys would like to, so leave a comment if you'd like to see that. Or you can just test it out for yourself. Yeah, you do have to pick your lines with this thing, but you can still make it go anywhere you want it to. Since it does have smaller tires, I think these are 33s. It wants to get high centered sometimes. Not a huge deal though. That's what the winch is for in rock sliders. This trail's pretty cool though. It's not too difficult. But you can make it difficult if you want by just crawling over all these rocks. But yeah, this thing's a pretty sweet little rig. This part right here was pretty interesting. I just put it low and just chose my lines and it went right through everything. This thing's not exactly fast either. What would you expect out of a Ford Ranger? And there's a trail right there to the left. If you have a more like boat vehicle, it's pretty fun. Super deep mud and stuff. Some rock crawling sections. I was debating on trying it, but probably would have just got stuck and the video would have ended. Then this hill was probably the hardest part on this trail for this thing, for as far as I went. Just has like no flex. The tires are small, just wanted to keep flipping over. So this is what I mean when you have to pick your lines. Repositioning. And then went up to the left a little bit. And swung it back to the right. And then right here was pretty difficult too, because I had to go up like sideways to get up this little rock ledge. This thing was putting in work. And then you put it in high and the trail's so muddy it just sinks. You can't really bump it on this trail in some spots. Put her in low and let her go. Man, the physics in this game are so sick. Like, it's so cool that you go through muddy spots and your truck actually gets all muddy. This is one of my favorite games too, just for that reason. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted like a realistic off-roading game. Then Snowrunner came out, but there was no console mods. And then Snowrunner. So if you're wondering to yourself if this game is still worth it in 2022, I would say it's even more worth it, just because all the mod support and all the different mods that are coming out. And they're still releasing DLC, so the game's even way bigger and way more like diversified than when it first came out. The game is way more entertaining now. And some of these spots on this trail are super steep too, so you have to be sure to go slow. Otherwise you'll flip forward. Do a couple cartwheels, but it'll be alright. I think right here, tires are getting stuck in the mud. That's how deep the mud is all the way up to the hood. It's insane. Lifting a tire and it's still eating. It does pretty well with the lockers turned off too. I was pretty surprised. Usually on most vehicles with the lockers turned off in automatic mode, the tires, only 2 tires will spin and it'll just be stuck. But this thing just keeps going. Except right here, the mud is super thick. Then right here, I want the interior view. Sorry, right here, when it's like sideways because the mud's literally up to the passenger window. Just looking down into the mud hole. And then right here, the mud was so thick, so deep, it just wasn't having it, and there was no winch points. I just left there and hide, was spinning the tires. I should have went up to the left or something. So let's go back to the garage and show you the upgrades on this vehicle. And there's a couple gearbox upgrades too. So this is just the upgrades I used in the video at the beginning of this video. So yeah, you can do 28s, 33s. 33s are the biggest tire you can go on this thing though. And obviously you have the studded tires for icy environments. Diff lock always on. And for some reason I did put one on there. Oh, I took it off. Yeah, for some reason I didn't keep the snorkel on there, even though I needed it at the end there. For some of those spots, the mud and water was up to the hood. Yeah, as you can see, you can put a lot of stuff in the bed of this truck. And it had a camper shell, which is pretty cool. The fenders look pretty cool on there, but I kept them off. Some bumper upgrades. Some different roof light options. And I was not sure what color to paint this thing, so there was actually quite a bit of different options. They all looked pretty good too. Just stuck with the white though, to keep it simple. Alright guys, if you enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Have a good day.